my name's Marge. I'm like, hey, okay. Wise clown. Empath. I like to do these little daily videos. I've already done 2. I don't know if I didn't really like them. I didn't really like how they felt. They didn't really have a very nice, warm art space, you know. I did write this note a couple days ago. Thursday night I wrote it. I was going to talk about it in Friday's video, but for whatever reason, I didn't. Then I picked it up this morning. Jesus resurrected as an Aries. I always thought that was funny. My birthday's never been on Easter, but it's always been around it, kind of. Heck, I didn't even know until I looked it up a little while ago what determines Easter. It's the first Sunday after the first full moon of the... Anyway. Well, anyway, I've never really been big on the Bible. I have Bibles. I haven't read it from cover to cover or anything like that, but I don't know. I dabble. I know a little bit about a lot of religion, or a little bit about a lot of different religions. I just haven't mastered one of any. And plus, you know, there's truth and lies in everything, so you just gotta use your own guts, man, and decide what's freaking nonsense for you, and wave your own bullcrap flag, you know? What's happening is well, all these stories tell us things, give us little Easter eggs, little hints, little hidden little gems, right? We get to put, the universe is good for doing that. We get to put it together and put a picture together that makes sense to us. Now, when people are scared, it keeps them in a certain kind of a desperate mentality. You know, when people are scared, they can't think as clear. They're more inclined to just do what they're told, right? Now, you can scare people in all kinds of different ways. You can scare them with economic unrest. You can scare them with, you know, threat of their bodily harm. You can scare them by intimidation. You can scare them by, violence. You know, there's all kinds of, depends on the person, you know. And it depends on the scarer, you know, and how good the scarer is determining on what to find out what's gonna really instill fear. Well, but if you can keep people scared, you know, they're just gonna act kind of way, and they're just not gonna question things, and that's how things on this world have been for a real long time. There's been this idea that there's, you know, we have threats across the oceans, where there's countries that hate us and want to do terrible things to us, but we always go over there and wreck their houses. They don't come over here and do stuff to us. They don't. All of our terrorism is by us. You know, unsettled mental people with fragile, broken psyches that are taking things into their own hand. Yeah, those are the threats in the world, you know. We're a bigger bully than any other country, you know. Just ask Syria, Yemen, all that stuff. So, I don't know. I was really awesome. I was disappointed. Hey, imagine how I felt when I found all this stuff out, you know. Because I grew up watching 3-2-1 Contact and Electric Company and all these stuff where they like showed like demolition buildings. So you can't run a freaking couple of planes into a building and then not detonate it and then call it a demolition control. You know, you can't do that, but whatever. See, and it's people that are in control. They think everyone else is so stupid, you know, because you condition people, just do what you're told, do what you're told, do what you're told. Think a certain way, don't think any other way. And when people do think outside the box, they're put in special classes, they're not encouraged to embrace their creativity. And as you know, schools have been taking away creative programs for, you know, as long as I got out of school when I was in the 90s, and they were already pulling. When I was 16, I was the last kid that got in high school, it was like the last week that had driver's training. Now you guys got to pay somebody. You got to pay out of pocket. Everything's a business. Everything revolves around money. And people keep driving up the prices because, because they got to pay for all their trips and expensive cars, and they're bribing the colleges to get their kids in and stuff like that. And all this stuff costs money. I just freaking, I don't know, people that cheat. I just hate cheats. People that cheat and take, I don't even like super chats. To me, that's taking cuts. To me, that's, you're cutting in line from somebody else with super chats. Anyway, emergency readings. What the fuck is that? I don't even watch freaking tarot hardly at all anymore. I just hang out with Chris at Menopon on Friday because he's like my best. He's like the freaking. It's like a happy hour, He's like hanging out with your friends, because people in the chat are freaking LSC or goofy and all that. So in fear, what happened is the world's been living in fear for so long, right? And it's gone on in this 3D kind of way, and then you have some people that that figure out how to break through that 3D and rise up into spirituality and break free from the constraints that have been provided to them, and they start getting different ideas, and they start meditating, they start living for spending more time in nature, and they start focusing on more positive things, and but not totally omitting out the dark stuff, because dark, you ignore dark, it gets dormant, but it still grows, So all this, when people are too much love and light, and you ain't looking at the dark, your dark is growing, and you don't know that, you ain't all that spiritual as far as I'm concerned. There's all these tells that we're told. Yeah, there's some people that got some good ideas, you bought some software, you know how to read some charts and stuff, and you're topping out on that, and that's, well, I guess you'll learn. It's your path, We all have our different path, and I really have to be careful of being too critical or coming across critical like that. But at the same time, with my life experience, I still can get cocky and arrogant with that. These little freaking punk kids, man. They have had no life experience. They're coming up here. They get some software. They're telling some people some stuff. Like, I'm going to freaking go down, spend thousands of dollars to go to Peru for 2 weeks to listen to a man in pajamas talk to me about doing ayahuasca. I don't listen to men in pajamas. I listen to grown-ups. Yeah, I understand, living from a joyful heart, but I also understand the importance of representing yourself in a dignified manner. Yeah. So, I just share here things that I learn because I spend a lot of time researching, and I want people to be safe, because there's a lot of people in the world that like to cause harm to others just for fun, just because they get trips their trigger a little bit, it gets them going, it gets them, that's an imbalance in them. There's ways to tell when people are in balance, and when they're really out of balance, well, heck, man, that's when people are freaking shooting people up, they're getting ideas of, well, I just don't care, I'm just going to do what I want anyway. I say what I want, but I also know that if I'm going to say something that is going to cause me some kind of damage that I'm going to need to make an amends for, be careful what you say there, Marjo. Be careful what you say, because eating crow with making that amends to somebody, I do not like doing it. Yes, I have had to give plenty of amends to people that have been less than gracious. Yep! And then they go on and tell me all about me. And that's when I say, well, that's all I had to say. Anyway, it's hard for me to. I see people all the time hanging out with people that are freaking just jerks to them. But you know what they do? They hang out. You know why they hang out? Oh, because we're related. Or because they pay half the. Or they're my roommate. Or this. Or people tolerate terrible behavior for just weird reasons. Don't people just want to feel good? Aren't people just tired of feeling bad? God, I got tired of feeling bad. I got tired of feeling so bad, and that's when I was like, I'm just not going to do it anymore. You know? Yeah, I still get my feelings hurt. There's still misunderstandings, but, you know, once I go back to my point zero, that whenever there is disease in me, I gotta think. Or if I'm having beef with other people, that's the thing. If I'm having beef with other people, what is in me that is out of alignment? And more people are willing these days to, you know, look at themselves. They're gonna have to, because that's the only way that things are gonna change in this world. And I, for one, would like to leave a better world for the kids that are coming into it now. Because the one that they're coming into ain't so rad. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.